It's time for Wave 3 Listens Live, taking your calls to hear what you have to say on Kentuckiana's first live local TV talk show, and hitting the streets to be live on location in your community. This is Wave 3 Listens Live.
The Frazier History Museum, I love because not only do they have history and great exhibits, but it's also live. That's right, live theater now at the Frazier History Museum. With me now is Krista Snyder. And Krista, the name of the, I guess you would call it like a mystery play?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right. This is, it's called a civil murder.
A civil murder. Now, that's like an oxymoron.
I know.
Civil murder.
I know. I'm glad you picked up on that.
I did. I picked right up on, yeah.
Good,
Okay.
good.
But it's Civil War era, right?
Right, right. So this is a Civil War themed murder mystery dinner event. And it's actually coming up pretty soon on Friday, March 16th. It starts at 6:30. And it's, as we like to do at the Frazier Museum, it's a party. We have cocktails, you know, and a delicious dinner and lots of fun stuff going on. Of course, people get to see our current Civil War exhibit called My Brother, My Enemy. That's there through April 8th. But we really wanted to do something to spice things up here at the end of the run of this exhibition. So we have partnered with a wonderful group here in town called The Game Plays You. They are a murder mystery theater company, and they do a lot of different shows, but we've asked them to do this special Civil War show just for us.
Very, very cool.
Yeah.
So these gentlemen obviously are in the I don't want to say costumes.
No, they're in character.
They're in character of the Civil War era.
That's right, that's right. So we have Colonel Augustus Saunders. He's actually the host of the party.
Colonel, welcome.
Thank you very much for having me. I'm glad to be here.
And
this is Dr. Julian Merlot.
Dr. Julian, welcome.
Thank you.
Dr. Merlot. All right, tell me a little bit about your characters and exactly a little bit more about the play at the Frazier History Museum. Doctor?
Well, my involvement in this event comes about an investigation on behalf of Mr. Alan Pinkerton. He's asked me and my brother, who are supportive of his efforts, to investigate the possibility of a shipment of Confederate gold coming into Louisville. We suspect that Colonel Saunders' nightly poker tournament is going to be used as a means to pass off this illicit funds to help fund a shadow government that's trying to form in Louisville. Time is of the essence because even as this party is going on, the threat of a Confederate invasion from the South in either Louisville or Frankfurt is imminent. And so we're working against time and everything to find and secure this gold.
Now, Colonel, that sounds like a bit of an accusation. How do you respond to that?
Well, I'm just having my annual poker party. Of course, the current unpleasantries between the states. Neutral location here in Louisville is as neutral as we could find. We're going to check our firearms at the door, and we're going to leave the politics at the door. I'm going to have my annual poker game, come hell or high water, and we want people to come and enjoy themselves at my party.
Now he has a point. You know, Louisville was considered neutral during the Civil War, correct?
Right, but you know, Kentucky, and that's the whole theme of our exhibit and why this event is going to be so much fun, because it kind of brings that to life in a fun way. If you can do that with the Civil War,
and then the audience will be involved, right?
The audience is very involved, but we were very much pulled, you know, from both the Confederate and the Union side of things, and this event is really going to delve into that in a very interactive way, and you know. Obviously, the point is for you to figure out who did it, because somebody's going to get killed, and then you got to take all the clues and figure it out from there. So it's going to be fun.
Doctor, Colonel, this sounds very interesting. I would assume every play would be different because you have a different audience, and the audience is involved. They're actually part of the show, correct?
Yes.
All right.
We actually actively seek out the participation of the audience. And given that I'm one of the investigators, that's going to be very important that I am able to pull the audience in and use them to help find the clues and ultimately solve the mystery.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. All right.
Good stuff.
Yeah, it is good stuff. Colonel, how have you enjoyed your stay here in Louisville so far?
Well, you know, I'm a native Kentuckian originally. I live in Tennessee now, but I'm up around the Corbin area. We moved to Tennessee. I was a small child. I love Kentucky. The river is so beautiful. The Gall House, such a lovely place to stay. It's sad that gentleman was killed on the steps here the other day. All two of those Union officers got in a fight. It was horrible.
Yes.
Horrible thing.
Absolutely.
But we're not going to have any of that.
It's horrific.
It's a true story, by the way. Yeah.
And Krista,
it just
again,
happened 150 years ago.
there we go. It's called A Civil Murder, and if you could give them the details once again, if you like murder mysteries, if you like being part of something, this is something totally different.
Right.
Tell them
Friday,
again.
March 16th. Tickets are just $50, and that includes dinner, access to the whole museum, not to mention this whole interactive experience we're talking about. But we still have tickets available. We're actually selling these tickets really well. So if you're interested, I would encourage folks to get on that website right now and check it out. It's fraziermuseum.org.
Gentlemen, thank you once again. Dr. Colonel, thank you all very much. I really appreciate it. And I think Louisville in particular is really fascinated with the Civil War. We have a lot of events scheduled around the Civil War or centered on the Civil War.
Right, this is the 150th anniversary of the Civil War, so we've got a lot going on at the Frazier Museum and at other attractions around town, so why not take part in all that?
That's right. Gentlemen, thank you again.
Thank you.
And if you would, Colonel, tell them. You tell them they're invited.
Absolutely. Come to my party, please. Please.
Can we play a little poker with you, Colonel?
Absolutely. We're going to be playing poker.
Have some whiskey.
Bring your money.
Now, of course, you're above, you're above the table, right? I mean, everything, nothing, no slick tricks.
It's strictly a gentleman's game.
Okay, guys. Once again, it's the Frazier History Museum. Yeah, check it out. Make reservations. Stay. We encourage you to do so. This is Wave 3 Listens Live, and we will be right back.